So today I'm looking at a new Apple iPhone 6S, or rather 6S Plus. What I'm going to do now is go to the Apple Store and gloat about it to all the people queuing up. Another year, another iPhone. For sure, everyone wants one. There must be bumloads of people waiting to get their hands on one. And I have one! Oh. There's a queue. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, this video is recorded on an iPhone with audio coming from a Rode lav mic and going straight into another iPhone. Yes, so lots of iPhones basically. Go somewhere. So the iPhone 6S has got some improvements. It's got a 12 megapixel sensor now, but there are other features to make it a bit jazzier than before. Let's go in here. Oh look, it looks like that bit in Independence Day where the alien craft sucks things up its sphincter-like orifice thing. Image quality is looking pretty good from this new high resolution camera. How far has it come though? Now here comes the geeky bit where I look at the image quality of the iPhone 6S in a little studio test. And by studio, I just mean indoors test. By comparing it to the last 4 iterations of the iPhone. With some subjects. Those subjects are a neatly fanned out array of colouring pencils. Great. Until I found out someone else had done that to test all generations of the iPhone. Fear not, as I had some other random objects to take photos of for the image quality test. The unsurprising conclusion is that the iPhone 6S is the best iPhone camera ever. Colour accuracy and choice of white balance is good, although not a huge change from the already good 6, but you do get more detail and lower noise images. But they've upped the megapixels to 12 megapixels and it's a tiny sensor. That in theory is a recipe for disaster. But Apple have gone for some kind of deep trench isolation. Don't know what that means. Sounds a bit like some kind of World War II illness. He's got deep trench isolation. Oh no, they're gonna have a head-on collision. Titanic. Titanic is happening all over again. What's in? I can take that in video mode. Look at that 4K footage of some crazy fools punting into some other punts. The video shows pretty good details, but there's noticeable moire, and the video doesn't look entirely smooth. And this is where Leonardo DiCaprio hangs onto the door. Even though there's blatantly space for both of them on the door, he dies. So it's a bit like the Sony RX104 in that the small form factor means it's good for taking video practically anywhere. Plus it's got 4K video, which is nice. And on top of that, you've got IS, optical image stabilization for the 6S Plus, which you can use in 4K and 1080. The 6S only has digital image stabilization, and that's only in 1080, not 4K. Great. Still get notifications, even though the phone is outside of the car. That's what the Apple Watch is for. The Sony RX104 shot some amazing 4K footage while stuck onto the front bumper of a car. Smooth. The iPhone 6S 4K footage is not quite as smooth. So probably best not to stick it to the front bumper of a car. You can't answer a call either. But while the 4K video isn't entirely smooth, it does have superb 1080 video, which looks great and is much smoother. Okay, that's enough of the word smooth. Yes, it takes 4K video. No, it's not the first phone that does it. No, it's not the first phone ever. It's not the first device ever that does 4K, but it is the most popular phone. And for all of you who can't be bothered to deal with 4K footage, Of course you've still got a 1080 footage option, but then there's something in between. If you don't quite like photos and you don't quite like video, there's live photos. What is a live photo? It's like a still photo, but it's live, which some people might say it's just video, isn't it? Well, kind of, yeah. It's 1.5 seconds before the photo, 1.5 seconds after, but it's high resolution, so it looks pretty good. And it's Apple, yeah, so it's meant to be good. Jeez. It's a fun feature. Yes, it's not wildly new, but it's Apple, so it's going to be popular. Plus, there will probably be some social media apps soon that makes live photos the next big social media phenomenon, like Vine, but with 3 seconds less. I find that live photos work best when you're already stable with a bit of time before the shot and a bit after. You might end up looking at live photos where the beginning or end bits are of your feet, or worse. And it's not only this camera that has been improved, it's the FaceTime one too, which is good for selfies. This has got a FaceTime flash which uses the screen and it changes colour depending on ambient light. Let's see how good it is compared to this machine. Let me do some modelling. Okay.
Adjust the height of the seat by turning it and position your head as shown on the example. Hold your head straight, do not smile and close your mouth.
They couldn't have picked a more cheerful voice for the instructions. Siri's much friendlier. Head egg power. Head egg power. Sounds dodgy. It sounds really dodgy. The results from the iPhone 6s with the screen as a flash are pretty good. The colour balance, pretty accurate. With the iPhone 6s camera, it's as much about the new features as it is about the refinements. The addition of 4K video is neat, although not perfect, but what do you expect? The live photo feature is pretty cool, and the cynics might jest now, but the instant GIF-like appeal with sound will surely become a success. But having the same features that we currently use improved on, with a better camera, front and back, means that for photography, this is as good as you'll need for a phone. For now.